That one and all to the continuing adventures of my latest octopode air elementalist as he destroys everything. Where last we left off, I had gotten some rings, gotten statue form online, committed to Earth for shatter purposes, and gotten 2 runes. All in all, pretty good. I've got 60 intelligence, and I finally picked up some decent rings, which I'm going to actually rename so they sort a little bit better. Let's go with E F and I thought I had a third artifact ring, but I don't. Where are my other good rings? Okay. Well, there you go. I only have 2. I thought I had 3. Maybe one of them wasn't worth keeping or something. But yeah, it's a pretty good set of stuffs. Slaying is probably superfluous at this point. Some of these abilities definitely are superfluous at this point. I have an int +9 demon trident that I would like to keep using. It might be prudent to train polearms at least up to 2 or 3, just so that, because I don't see a +9 intelligence weapon getting replaced anytime soon. I have a couple directions I could go from here. Elf is what comes to mind most strongly. Before I go into Elf, I want the ability to descend to a floor and then just kill everything that I see. And unfortunately, the closest I have to that right now is Summon Forest, Spellforge Servitor, that kind of thing, which is not really that great for it. So instead, I think we're going to vaults to build up the experience that we need, and hopefully we'll have enough experience vaulting that we'll be able to cast. Apparently, my muscle memory is that K is statue form, but that's wrong because K is orb of destruction for me. So I guess I'll just do capital for the one that I want to use less often and lowercase for the one that I want to use more often. And if I'm trying to become a statue, then here we go. Okay. Now the thing to remember about being a statue is that you are slow. I have 4 hastes to counteract that in any situation where being slow is a problem. Like this. Let's open with a giant forest. Yeah, the instinct is to melee things, so definitely a good idea to have some training to make meleeing things worth doing. Already I've managed to reduce my min delay pretty significantly just by that pittance of training, so that's good. Yeah, I'm seeing the problem of being here right now. I'm not actually well suited. What I'm gonna do is switch back to Stormform, where I can actually deal with enemies much more efficiently. And use statue form as a switch for when things aren't working out in storm form, maybe. I like statue form, don't get me wrong, but I would need to train unarmed fighting to be able to get a min delay low enough to even sort of have a shot at this being a good, strong position to take. And I should still have good resistances across the board here, except for corrosion. This is the time to go statue form. No, this is the time to confuse all of these guys so that they can't keep doing what they just did. And we'll back off until we're marked. We did not get marked, so we should be good. Rip you up in melee. We'll have 1 pip of RF, so rip you up in melee. Off, confuse you. And there we go. So far, so good. That guy can still... I'm still at risk of getting ice shocked, whatever they call that move. So I need to be very cautious about losing all my health in just 2 clicks. Right, there we go. We're out. We're out safe. It seems like I'm being overly cautious. It's because I am. Irradiate and just whack things to death. I need the trident for when I'm casting. I don't necessarily need it for when I am attacking. When I'm attacking, I'm actually probably better off using my stone tentacles because no, it's still a huge min delay. So I'm probably better off with the trident, actually. I'm attacking. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I picked the wrong form. I meant to be a kitty, not a thingy. Fear should get rid of most of them and give me one more. I'm going to get myself killed by not knowing my letterings. Storm form is the plan. I've left myself a very precarious entry. So let's give myself a slight boost by not being visible to half of them. Let's give myself swiftness to make absolutely sure I've optimized my survival. Let's pull a forest in to get some distractions and immediately start just killing what I can. One step to the side should get the ranged guys to stop shooting at me. Is their biggest mistake that they always make, is thinking that despite all their range training, they'd be better served meleeing. Okay, the only thing here that's concerning is a Thunder Hulk, and I do resist most of that electrical damage. Let's snipe with air from behind, snipe with air from behind. Snipe with air from behind, snipe with air from behind, snipe with air from behind, snipe with air from behind. Okay, we survived. I guess the point that I'm recognizing is I don't know how to play a statue yet. Why am I still memorizing Earth Magic? Because Shatter is still good. And if I can get Shatter to the point of regular castability, it doesn't really matter whether or not I know how to play Stone Giant. We're gonna go all in on getting Earth Magic. Is there a manual for Earth Magic? There is. Let's go back and get that manual. I remember just now that there was a manual for that Earth Magic, so I'm gonna go back for that. And we don't need fire necessarily just yet. We definitely want Earth Magic to be even better. Trainable. And yeah, we're gonna switch these around. Generally, I want to be in Storm form, but if I'm looking to just be defended, then I might be better served switching to statue in certain situations. You can drop the wand of flame, it's not necessary. How are we doing on fire resist? Quite good. So this is where I would want to be casting giant billows of ice or fire or something to hit all of my enemies at once. I guess this is the part of the run where I no longer feel like airstrike is enough, is what I'm trying to say. I want something bigger. And I can make it work with just Spellforge, Servitor, and Patience, but the more tools I have, the less deadly certain situations are going to become, the less retreats I'm going to need, the With patience, I'm going to need to get through this. Can you just go to town on these guys, please? And let me get a forest in here while we're at it. There we go. Earth magic is going to be taking off really good. Okay, so far so good. Whip cords, vines, everything's just going to get beat to death here. The combination of a deadly servant and a deadly forest is paying dividends. My own personal mobility and nimbleness as a cleaving, attacking typhoon of death definitely paying off. I should probably train a little bit of unarmed so that I can be better at it, but again, my goal isn't to be a storm form full time. It's just a part time, despite the title of Shocktopus for the channel. This is a good time for a forest and to go to town on my enemies. You are in a good snipe spot. Still a decent snipe spot. Decent snipe spot. Decent confuse spot. Oh man, just take out everything with this combination. All right. What is the odds of being banished by a wizard at this stage? It should be very low. Yeah, it's 0. Good. I have enough MR to accomplish that at least. Boy, okay, so we've got everything here going, but we are marked. The nearest escape is far away, and we haven't found another. I think I will fight a running battle at this point, with the comfort that between my forest and my battle buddy, they're not likely to win this fight. I don't need to run, I just need to position myself outside range. Now that EXP gain is 100%, I have no pressing need to show off my claws in this situation. That's just a bonus when I can do that. Forest isn't available, so we'll just defense up and take him out. Earth magic is now 15 thanks to that manual, and Shatter is already at 41%. But wait, that's when you're in storm form. When I leave storm form and go from 48 to 60 intelligence, Shatter is at 26%. That's just spammable. What can I get rid of to make room for it? Honestly, Spellforged Orb is probably the combo I need to get rid of. Or Summon Forest. I have 2 forms and I should only really use 1, so technically I could ditch a form. I don't know which of those is the correct solution. They all seem so good. The other thing to do, though, would be to trickle spellcasting up another level so that I can get more spell levels, period. I'm going to level up for a spell level. I can get to 3 or 4, but I'm going to need to find 5 or 6 more. So yeah, that's not a fast enough option for me. Am I using Servitor? Yes. Am I using Orb of Destruction? Yes. Would I be using them if I was shattering? Yes. Forest even more so. I shatter. Now I've created a forest space. Honestly, the thing I'm using less is Airstrike. And even when I do use Airstrike, I should be thinking bigger. It's not like there's a specific target out of range that I won't be able to hit with Shatter, but will with Airstrike. And yeah, so that can go. And how are we doing? And we don't have a lot of amnesia scrolls in the game, though, so that's not as good. I'm just realizing the importance of getting this done right now so that I have this in my arsenal. 26% is very much castable, but only in octopus form. Then again, I only need to use it on staircases to massively clear out floors and then flip over to storm form to continue being raining death. Which, by that logic, I can get rid of statue form now. That's the ticket. Alright, as soon as I get to one more spell level, whether by leveling up or by spell casting, I will memorize it. And by then, it'll probably be better than 41%. It's even better. The big fear, of course, is getting Abyssed before I'm ready, and the good news is I have enough will to resist most common banishments, at least. Arcane Power. Ooh, a Wizlab. I love Wizlabs. Magic mapping could help me find it faster, but I would prefer to look with my own eyes, see if I can find it, because they only have 2 Wizlab scrolls. Oh boy. Can we kill him from here? Yeah, we can. Good. It's a fancy dagger. I'll take a look at that. Int +4 is comparable to my other int +4 falchion, so no reason to love the dagger. Okay, very far away. That's not a good sign. That actually is a very bad sign. We're going to get out of here and try a different staircase then. Massively improve our explore radius. Still very distant, so probably bottom right somewhere. Got another. Still very distant, so middle and bottom. What seem to be the most likely candidates. How likely am I to be paralyzed? 2%. Very unlikely, and it's not an instant death if I am, but it is not good, so I need to be aware that I am still not immune to paralysis at this point. Let's stay here long enough to overcome my corrosion. Oh, is serious? How badly do I want this Wizlab? Badly, but not enough to drop everything and go for it, simply because I've had to retreat for survival so many times. This floor could kill me if I rush it. It really could. So all it takes is like 2 or 3 good range shots to lower my health, and then I'm trying to think of how to manage with low health, and then I die because I underestimated the damage output, or some new enemy pops in from out of line of sight. This looks like the Wizlab. This is the Wizlab. How do we get in? Oh, through here. Okay, 49. We'll also ditch the poison ring. That's 48. And the brand weapon and the enchant weapon should go. They should have gone a long time ago. And now I have some open slots. Where are we? I don't recognize this place. I like the dark tiling. I don't like the creepy sensation that's running up my spine that I'm about to be killed. Wizlabs can be incredibly dangerous, but you never find them early enough in a game that you don't have answers. So in theory, they can be difficult. In practice, you should always survive them. So there's my first sign. I saw a dancing weapon, which makes me think Tokima's Dance Studio or something like it. So lots of dancing options, which means I need untyped damage, which means I need Orb of Destruction and Airstrike at the ready. All right, let's pop a door, get an ally, and get moving. This hall is clear. Holy Wrath doesn't scare me. What else you got? Look, guys, if I can handle the Hall of Blades, I can handle... Oh, I haven't handled the Hall of Blades yet. All right, what else you got? We got nothing. Ooh, Catalog of the Scarab. I already have the better hat. Int +3 and something makes it better than most hats in the game. Okay, again, we're going to try and establish a beachhead as much as possible. We'll retreat for a beachhead. How is it blocked? Oh, my line of sight to him is blocked. Whatever it is that he shot at my ally killed my ally super efficiently. Bear that in mind, because my ally tends to be much more survivable than me. Longbow, ooh, painful. Alright, longbow's dead. Oh, I didn't mean to open a moon door. Opening two fronts is rarely how I want to approach things. Well, now that I have, let's make sure it's safe. Sorry, secured. Secure. Hand crossbow can get shot. You got rock wikshas. And that came from here, so is that open now? Yeah, okay, so we're open on all three sides. There is no secure back. So let's poke our nose in on each hallway, approaching with utmost caution. Oh, sweet. Intelligence. And does that mean, yep, Shatter is now castable-ish? More importantly than that, I can now forget statue form for the sake of memorizing Shatter. I was so inclined. I hate to say it, but after all the work I did to get statue form going, I might just be. I'm not saying the statue form is bad or anything, just that if I have the option of being in my melee form, my melee capable form, and still adequately defended, why would I downgrade? Okay, another takedown. Okay, what is that thing? Is that me? That is me. Oh boy. If I know me, I wouldn't like me when I'm me. Okay, we got him. We killed me. I'm dead. Let's kill the maker of me's. Looks like we got him. Strange machine is down. Backing all the way up, reestablishing a beachhead. What else you got? Phantom Mirror I should already have. FR, Frozen Ramparts, Hailstorm, Confused Touch, Silence. Nothing of note. Portal Projectile, Pukima's Dance, nothing of note, and we are clear. God, I'm glad I didn't waste a magic mapping over this. If I could wear scarves, I would totally wear the repulsion option. It's just so good. Adds a whole new layer of blocking, where otherwise you wouldn't have one. Back off, close the door, and prepare for war. Now prepare for war. I am going to need to confuse this mob eventually if things get dicey. Certainly if markers show up, but I'm not worried about them outside of their ability to make my day a little bit more busy. Because I have 50 intelligence without the bonus 12 that I could be wearing if I just unmorphed. Kill you before you summon. I'll take your tremor stones, please. Jewelry boutique, all standard stuff. Not interested in standards, I'm only interested in customs. It's Jory. Jory. We all hate messing with Jory. Okay, Jory has blinked right onto me. Let's get out of his range. He's in range of many trees and an angry orb spammer. Plenty of reasons not to be alive, so it's a good thing he didn't make it. The fuck? Just walked into range of a Dread Lich and got hit. Okay. Dispersal trap behind me is a bad call. This is not a bad call at all. Okay, that is a torment-capable enemy. I cannot brook being tormented. What I should do here is statue up for torment resistance, and then use my best spells to kill my enemies. I don't have my best spells. My spells aren't that great. We just got an unsummon cast on us, so we're going to teleport here since most of the floor is known. And take him out this way. Not going to work. Okay, that's fine. Get out. There's too much that can go wrong in a hectic situation like that. This point shatter is 16% even as a stormer. Without storm, shatter is 9%. I would be criminal not to be casting it right now. And this is my third rune. I think we lose statue form potentially. Could we lose OOD? We definitely need to lose airstrike at some point. Yeah, airstrike has straight up outlived its usefulness. So now I just need one more spell level and I'm there. So let's get the one more spell level I need so I can be there, please. What I really want, actually, can you mark me, please, on my way to the stairs? I'd love to attract out all of those dangerous enemies, but do it in a position where I'm not completely exposed. Okay, why are you not able to mark me? Oh, it's a 7% odds. That's fantastic. It's actually kind of perfect. I get to choose the time and place of my marking by just waiting it out. Enough die rolls and it'll happen. And I can take off the willpower ring whenever I'm ready. Alright, take off willpower. Which one is willpower on here? This one, I guess. Can you mark me already? Should be up to 20%, give or take. Yeah, 30% almost. Struggle to resist. The struggle is real. Got it. Okay, put back on my ring. And let's unleash hell. This was a great position to fight from. Good retreat, open space, good mix of what I need. We definitely have our will back on, right? Yeah, 3 pips, okay. I do not want to get abyssed just yet. I'm having too much prep fun and too much efficient mana gain, EXP gain to want to have to go to randoms all of a sudden. So close. So close. I can almost taste it. By the way, necromutation didn't show up anywhere, did it? No. If I get necromutation, this could very well become another. You know what I don't have is max spells, or capacitive coupling, I believe it's called. I really would like that spell. That would make so much of this so much more doable. Alright, Dreadlich is Deadlich. Dead Dreadlich. Dread. I dread the dead Dreadlich. Okay, he's down. Double wizardry. You know, double wizard definitely has its place for the brief time where your thing is just castable but not castable enough. But at the rate that I'm going with my earth training, I'm going to hit 18 to 20 range in no time, so. I think it might have outstripped air magic. No, it's not outstripped, it's catching up to air magic already. Interdimensional caravan, that is worth finding. With no clues, I will absolutely burn one of my only magic maps to find it. Pool of water, random gold vault, crypt, I assume. Down staircase. Oh, there it is. That'll be it right there. Just looks reachable. Let's make a bid for it. That up staircase is actually worse because you have to go through all those clusters. I'd rather be out in the open. But ally with us, just to kind of play bodyguard. You got shafted. Okay. Better shafted to 4 than 5 any day. All the escapes from northwest, so that's where we have to go. Could consider hasting if I'm at all afraid. I'm at all afraid. Not very afraid, but at all afraid? Yeah, I'm at all afraid. But I shouldn't be, considering that I just literally meleeed a Thunderhawk to death like it was nothing. Normally, I would never keep moving in this situation. I would stop to heal up. But Portal, therefore, I'm going to make bad decisions. Okay, still waiting on that bazaar. Pull these 3 downstairs so I'm not getting shot. Kill these 3. Now, how far away are these stairs from the bazaar? This is the place I said wasn't the best option. If that other stairs is discovered, then it's better. If it's not discovered, then it's worse. Let's see. It is discovered, so it's better. But I just got marked. Do I have cancellation? Yes. Cancel the mark, please, and let's go back up. Okay, where were we? We were making our way to the bazaar. We had almost reached it. We just go. What's my inventory? Yep, I have enough slots. Go. Okay. Ring of MP plus 9 with an upside is tempting. The rest of this is less so. Sling of... Nope, useless. I could take the silver javelins, though. Pile of unique, nice stuffs. I will take most of it. Anything that I think I could ever use, because as a Gazag guide, I'm going to get all the money back. Ambrosia, if I have at least 1 or 2, I'm not going to buy an extra. I use a couple of them sometimes. I rarely use them aggressively. I don't need 3 more teleports. I'm close to 20. I'll take the fear, though. And I'll take 1, because what the heck. Yes, I will buy out your supply of healing items, for sure, and mutation potions, because I am dreadfully frightened of those things. What else you got? The Dark Mole. Dark Mole is a really interesting weapon. Worst delay of any weapon in the game, I think. It's one of the slowest weapons, but massive damage. I don't want it or need it for this run, so I'm not going for it. Okay, that's that. Let's go back. There was 1 item I believe I was going to buy, right? A ring that was tempting. It was a strictly superior option for an MP plus 9 ring. Well, not strictly superior. It drains on removals, so you have to actually want to wear it. I am wearing a magical power ring, proving that I actually care about that property, so I should absolutely buy this, if for no other reason than that. And of course, it gives me RF, which is a resistance I'm missing, at least missing 1 of. So there we go. And we'll change that item named G, I believe, in keeping with my alphabetization, EFG, so all my artifact rings are displayed down here. So I have 2 RF, 2 RN, RLEC, Will Plus in 7, no Arc Hold at all. So the Arc Hold is coming from this pit. You get 1 more in Lich form for free, so that's going to eventually be paying off. And yeah, curing and heal wounds. I have ample stacks of both. That's excellent. All right, back to our regularly scheduled grind. We're working on getting that 9th spell level so that we can, or 9th spell level so that we can start shattering things. In the meantime, we're forced to take things out the old-fashioned way. Summoning forests while mauling them to death as horrible amalgamations of electricity and tentacles. Tulu-esque horrors that descend on a world and scour it clean. You know, octopuses. All joking aside, this is really interesting as a Shocktopus because you have to understand I have untrained unarmed combat, zero training, and because it's not suffering the 50% slowdown penalty of playing as a statue, it's still completely viable. Okay, that's not good. There's a tormentor afoot. I want to put as much distance between me and that madman as possible. Is it Murray or is it just a skull? It's just a skull, okay. Do I teleport? Nah, we should be able to kill it here. But I do make sure that my HP stays reasonable. Okay, how can I one-shot that thing from this range? I don't think I can. Do this. Now from this range I've got a shot. There we go. Whew. Scary, scary times, man. That was really scary times. Oh, Giganchi, if you want to die that badly, all you had to do was ask. Get a servitor to help. Oh no. Okay, he's dead. Do I need to heal? What are you capable of doing to me? 3d18. Yeah, I probably heal here. I don't want to heal, but I also don't want to die. Draining can hit. Yeah, we'll heal for 10 just for security. Then we'll kill his ice. If my ally doesn't kill you, I will. Oh, you can't see him. That's the problem. Okay, yeah, then this is a more dangerous scenario. As long as my ally is interposing his body as a shield, I'll be okay. And now you have to actually open the door, and I'm out. Okay. Who made me run away? Come back that I might slaughter you. You fool. How dare you mock me? Alright, storm's up. Storm's coming. Spellcasting just went up, which means shatter. And now the game changed. Get off the stairs. I won't ask you again. Okay. I actually think that it's better to just go down, like myself, and just shatter everything with no special armored forms. Oh boy. Somehow my miscasts all lined up, and I am massively contaminated right now, despite 4% failure. I don't understand my bad luck there, but I am going to purge out, because this is a good set of mutations. I would hate to lose it. I'll go downstairs. I'm not pushed off the staircase. I am pushed off the staircase. Miscast at 4% again. Okay. Dungeon is properly wrecked. Go back. Continue wrecking the dungeon. I'm making enough noise to wake up the air floor. I'm centrally located, and I don't care. I love it. Earth magic, you can cap out at 19.5 at this stage. Fighting, you need to be a focus. Spellcasting, do whatever you like. 18 is fine, I guess. I'm not going to not train it because more damage, more reliability, no such thing as 4% is still a reasonably high failure rate. And remember that I do want to be able to cast it as a kitty, where I lose 12 intelligence in the bargain. But yeah. This is, now I feel comfortable going to the Elven Halls. I have point killing options. Oh, Chain Lightning. Where have you been all my life? As a Conjurator and Air Mage, I already have a very good handle on Chain Lightning, and it's another board clear spell, so to speak. More importantly, it kills things that Shatter doesn't. Flying enemies that Shatter really struggles with, insubstantials, you can still kill them with Chain Lightning. That 5-rune endgame capable but didn't get there Tengu I ran was actually specifically experimenting with Chain Lightning. So, yeah. Died because I forgot that my kitty was not immune to Torment. Oh man, this is too much fun. There's no dungeon left, just giant holes wherever I descend. Okay, I really died there in one turn, so let's get out. Get my health back and see what went wrong. Blah 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 blah. You fly downwards. Everyone shouts. I get hit by one bolt. I get missed by one bolt. I fire a shatter. I get hit by one bolt. I get hit by another bolt. Fire another shatter. 3 bolts is enough to bring me within his throw of death, or potentially kill me if they hit. I think that guy got 2 shots. Let me make sure. Shoots a bolt, reflects it, bolt hits. I remember there shoots a bolt, reflects it, bolt hits. Okay, yeah, so no, he took 2 pot shots at me, and I think I reflected both of them back. So maybe it's just that does it say how long these spells take? Maybe Shatter is a particularly slow spell. I don't know. What I do know is, even if it's a relatively slow spell, I don't know about super slow, but relatively slow, it's worth it for the amount of devastation it does, the amount of irresistible damage it does. I'm not even getting into at this point what a utility bonus it is to be able to dig through certain kind of obstacles. Interesting. So the trees don't instantly die to it. Where are we on the shatter scale? 8% fail? 8% fail in storm form is very acceptable. And storm form is much stronger than my naked form. I'm starting to think that even with the 12 intelligence beckoning in my ordinary octopus form, I'm probably still better served taking some kind of transmuter form. So fighting and dodging are my meal tickets to becoming stronger in naked form, which also still works in storm form. I need to be careful. I just ran out of mana. That was a bad choice of moves. We'll Ambrosia here for rapid recovery. That's what Ambrosia is for, by the way. When you're in a safe place and you're not worried about being interrupted for 6 to 8 turns, people haven't seen you, you've ducked into a little hideaway, but you're still running from everything and not ready to go up the staircase. Ambrosia, pop it, wait 5 turns, get your health and MP back, and then dive right back into the shit. The moment Shadow came online, it completely supplanted everything else I'd been doing. As well as to be expected when you get a solid level 9 spell, it is not just winning or powerful, it's run defining and sufficient. Okay, that it? Yep, that looks like that is in fact that. Okay, so here our reasoning for what to study next is spellcasting, because I already have Shadow where it needs to be, mostly, and I don't know what my next spell is going to be. Firestorm, Polar Vortex, could be either. I could also go for Chain Lightning. Actually, I should just go for Chain Lightning. Secure a direct damage option and a wipeout or damage option combination. I already have the air trained up, so it would be a skip, hop, and a jump. And that's the other thing. Spell levels will go up with it, so I can actually widen my variety, which is important because of situations that arise that your particular skills don't work well. if I ever find Necromutation, it's a definite option just to preserve my awesome mutation set and beat Torment the most thorough way you can. If I ever find a Necromutation, but I'm not willing to pre-train Necro any further, and Transmutation is already pretty well trained, so instead I'm going to focus spell casting so that it'll smooth the process whenever that happens. Alright, off to Elf. You can make the argument that I should just go down and finish the layer right now, and you might be right. It's certainly doable. However, Elf is safer, even marginally safer. It's still safer, so go with that. I had a resist corrosion source. Where'd it go? I guess maybe one of my armors has resist corrosion, so when I'm not melded, I don't need this. It's worth having around just in case. Into the Elf. I forgot to pre-choose a form, and they got a cheap start. I hate when enemies start in melee range of you when you go down a staircase. To me, that feels incredibly unfair. That doesn't mean it's not survivable or whatever. It's just that's not how the game should be made, in my opinion. And some builds are it punishes some builds disproportionately to others that are more reliant on careful pathing and planning. All right. You shoot me with your little bolts, I blow everything about your dungeon into pieces. Get my mana back and do it again. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start over again. Does anybody else want to be a hero? Does anyone else think they're smarter than me? Alright, let's move. Oh, the miscast. That's enough to kill them all. Let's get out. I swear it looked like the weapons were turning from one to the other because of how fast I killed them. Oh, that's a named unique. Let's be a bit more cautious. What can you do to me, Sonata? It's an instruct. Search from strength. Each one stands. Oh wow! So you don't want to be near a lot of allies. Yours or yours, apparently. Okay. You know what? You probably don't mind if I shatter, right? Doesn't look like she took any damage, actually. That's a big ass Bardage. There we go. Now she's taking damage and confused, and now she's dead. I'll take a buckler of something over a buckler of nothing. Only reason I haven't bothered with this yet is that I'm in shield form so rarely, it barely matters, and I'm not trading shields until I have a strong reason to believe that I'll be in shield form often. I don't need to collect all the treasure, all the enchantment up sword stuffs. If it ever becomes necessary, I'll come back for it. What the hell? That thing hit like a truck. And it vamped, so it stayed alive much longer. I guess I have to remember that things that are floating and insubstantial don't care how much of the floor gets wrecked, so I need to be a bit more cautious when I'm spamming level 9s to the exclusion of any intelligent play. And then continue to spam it, just slightly more intelligently. This is the point of the game where hubris can kill you so easily, so yeah, definitely need to be a bit more cautious than I am being. Alright, we'll definitely take the Healy Wounds. There's virtually nothing that shield could be that I actually want. It's poly-resist, which would be the best case scenario. I don't use human form in optic hair. We'll lose the excess magical power. We'll lose the excess wizardry. Plenty for me. Rule of thumb, if you need double wizardry to cast a spell, be sure that you're paying attention to the power, because you're probably underpowering that spell fairly heavily. Better potion and mutation. Take that. Mutation. Final frontier. Alright, and ooh, Yahtzee! I'll take both the blinkers. I don't care about the rest, but I'll take it all. Good. That was a great shop for me. Great shop. All those blink scrolls that I've had to waste because of bad choices, bad positioning, I have now received back. So good. Okay. E1 completed with very little difficulty. Distant wind, eh? How are we on maps? Not that great. Let's plan to find this place. Oh, our long and arduous quest is at an end. Let's go in. How am I doing for item slots? Let's drop fire. Let's drop. First. Let's drop flight, for God's sake. I'm about to do it. Let's go for it. Alright, we're already under attack. This would be a good time for a Brilliance Potion. I have enough of them, and I don't know how much mana I'm going to need to spam up front. So there's my first cast. Killed a bunch of things. Oh, thank you. I needed better line of sight, and I just got it. Oh, we found the wall. Perfect. It's very important in my mind when clearing these places to find your backrest, your wall, your retreat point, your beachhead, whatever term you want to use. Know how you're going to survive when you need to know where you're backing up to, make sure you're not getting flanked, etc. I am like 1 or 2 blinks away from my safety at all times here, so that's very good. You know, if an Amulet of Vitality were here, that might be better than my Will Plus option. Truly might. Because I've got multiple sources of Will right now. Unless it turns out that the revised Amulet of Vitality has that in it as well, in which case, well, yeah, of course it's better. Alright, shatter the rest of you. How can they do anything when the moment I see them, they crumble to dust? It's a little bit unfair. In my favor. So far, so good. Let's take another step forward just to expose more of these guys. Down. I'm no longer Brilliance. That's fine with me. It was enough to establish a beachhead and not have to worry about using my kill spells. Although, in fairness, I didn't cast very many casts of it, so it's entirely possible I didn't need it at all. Why don't you just go ahead and round these out to 20? I'll just take both of those as well. Just, hit a nice flat number. Quicker crash. Quicker crash. Finish you guys off. Truly very little they can do. Very little. Here I am actually getting gutsier. Oh, did I not pick up that book? Iron Shot and BVC and the Bog. I would have settled for Bog instead of Shatter, to be honest. I could have worked just as well with it. But when you have a one school ability of this much power and a manual that happens to care about that school, that's just too good to pass up. What else you guys got here? Nothing. You guys got nothing. Where's your crystal statue? Bring him to me. He really hates being shattered. It's like a gargoyle. Okay. Okay. Oh, good. Mm-hmm. Okay. My mana is barely dipping at this stage, so yeah. Unless there's some big surprise or bait and switch here, I think I just walked through the wizard lab like nothing. Okay, new ring. RF plus HP plus 2. What does that mean? AC EV shield. Oh, it's an Octopus King ring, so it's not. It's a little bit of everything and a lot of nothing. Although, do I need another RF pip? Potentially. Do I need slaying? Not really. At this stage, I would say I don't slay things anymore. I shatter them. Or get ready to shatter them. I don't need the last pip of RF. I certainly don't need the bonuses this thing's offering me, but I'm going to take them. And shield plus 2 at the very least is stacking with a low enough shield that it sways the numbers significantly, and we'll see what happens. I do remember the Octopus King rings each giving you plus 1, not plus 2. So I'm pleasantly surprised to see that. It looks like they're actually trying to improve an underutilized system, an underutilized item. It's telling when your octopus is turning up its nose at an Octopus King ring. Burn you all down, burn you all down, burn you all down to the ground, like Bernie Sanders' hometown. Alright, where are we at? Good. Polar Vortex! Completely uncastable, but so tempting. If I could get Polar Shatter online, I would be so happy. Ice Magic is totally doable. We don't have a manual of ice. I mean, it's beyond necessary and far away from the quote-unquote chosen path, and yet there's nothing stopping us, and being able to both shatter and air smash is kind of cool. Okay, that's clear on the Desolation. Were there any artifacts in here that I overlooked? Trident of Duty. No, wait, that's not here. Int -4 and yeah, okay, no. So there's nothing I missed that I would ever want to use. Oh, I didn't pick up that book. It's useless. Useless and oblivious. Alright, what we get. And I think, yeah, let's blow the walls up now, just like we were before. And get you some heaps. I don't hesitate to shatter even while my ally is at large for 2 reasons. Firstly, Spellforge Servitor is flying and highly dodgy, so there's a very real chance he does not take much damage at all. Second, resistance patterns are really good. Third, he doesn't aggro just because you hit him. So it's, if you think of it as a person, it's of course unbearable. But if you think of it as me interacting with my construct that I can use however I like, then it's harmless. Ooh, baby! Our poison RC ++ int +4. We can knock out an N+6 ring for this just to make space, or we can knock out an RC ring for the superior RC power. This is offering us more intelligence on top. Shatter is a 4% while in storm form. Out of storm form, 2%. And yeah, we should really consider. I know I'm doing it wrong, but the correct thing that I'm doing is mastering defensive skills right now. Dodging, fighting, things that will keep me alive. I would also add armor to that list, but it's not available. I'm not bothering with stealth because my only means of meaningfully destroying things. Oh, that's a distortioner. I should not allow myself to be in range if at all possible. Yeah, my only means of attacking things utterly denies the even intimation of attempting to be subtle. So why bother? Shatter is now 72% powered. For a level 9 spell, that's very intense. As I'm sure the level is attesting to right now. I just wrecked open the Hall of Blades. What are you? You're a giant draining piece of crap. Now you're a giant dead piece of crap. See how that works. And once again, because you are not a Felid or a Tengu or some other fragile blaster, because you are a Octopode, you get to have 160 HP right now. Isn't that fun? No special artifacts acquired, no over focus on training my fighting to muscle out a few extra points. No. This is just random skilling paths where because you're not devoting as much energy to your main spell schools because of all the extra rings of enhances that you can put on. So you have more experience for defensive skills, which is, with 5. Or in my case, more experience points for vanity, which is why I'm going for Polar Vortex when I quite clearly do not need it for a 3-rune run especially, and arguably not even for a 4-rune run, or sorry, for a full run. You guys give up? You had enough pain? Never! Then there's some more. So satisfying to be leveling these low-level skills and watching their numbers go up fast, instead of only leveling the top-level skills that go up once every couple floors. Okay, all of Blades has been eviscerated, or at least crushed. Tundra, Ice Form. That's convenient. Things I'm never going to use. Oh my god, it's just so much destruction. It's ridiculous. There is a non-zero chance of getting mutated here. The wrong guy sees me at the wrong time. So I just have to be cognizant of that. I increase my evade just in case that shooter tries again. It does increase the odds of failing to cast shatters, but only like by 1%. You know what I clearly don't need anymore? Forest. In almost any situation that I would forest, I'm just casting another storm. But I'm guessing that forest is going to show its real value when I'm running away from bolters, and I've left too much of the dungeon open like this, and I need something to hide behind. Although at that point, yeah, okay, it does summon trees into the middle of space. It doesn't need to have trees that can incorporate or something. Good. We good. Come on, you filthy animals. Yeah, useless. Actually, no. There are some good-looking items in there. It's just that I have a +9 intelligence weapon. If I'm ever going to use a weapon, it's going to be that one, unless there's a really compelling reason not to. There isn't, so I'm not worrying about it. Ogre's Toxic Radiance. The Undeads. Okay, what's next? Oh, are we already in? Oh, we're already in. Oh, sweet. Yeah, none of that. Sorry, but N plus 2 doesn't even get me out of bed in the morning anymore. Not for a ring slot. I'm not worried about being banished at this stage. I have enough will that it shouldn't happen casually, but we'll see. What else we got here? Oh my god, really? Really? Okay, so N plus 6 with a downside of will minus and an upside of dex plus 4. Considering my dex is pretty darn low, that's a tempting offer. Let's ditch the stuff that I'm definitely not bothering to think about firstly. If I were to put this on, I would probably take off the wizardry ring, honestly. At this stage, I should have enough raw intelligence just to make it work. And my will has taken a hit, so I need a willpower ring to be considered to make up for it. And the right spot for that would be to take off an intelligence ring. Like, oh, what about the octopus ring? Yeah, that. Now I've taken 2 items for the purpose of occupying 1. I'm paying twice for an int plus 6 with redundant arc core and a dex plus 4. I would be better off with an int plus 6 ring and a dex plus 4 ring than with this combo. Or a dex plus 6 ring, and I have those lying around. This is actually probably a bad choice. It puts me at 23, 32, right? And that compares to where were we? Where's my will minus slot? There. 24, 31. Wait, what? What am I doing wrong here? Oh, we are back. So sorry about that delay, guys. I am back with a vengeance. Well, not really. Alrighty. Yeah, where were we? Oh, yes, I remember. Trying to figure out why wizardry was so much less. Okay, so 2431 in this configuration, 2431 in this configuration, 2534 in this configuration. A little bit of dex, I guess, goes a very long way when you're so low on dex, maybe? Is that what the game's trying to tell me? In any event, I'm going to stick with my original plan. There's no point carrying a willpower ring and a int +4 ring with a downside of losing you willpower when you could just have put an int +6 ring in one of those slots and been happy. So I'm going to take out this bad boy. What else you got? Yay, an amnesia scroll. I am so poor on amnesias. I keep forgetting to pack them. Okay, magic regen is kind of unnecessary, so ignore that forever. Amulet of Vitality! Yay! That's exciting. The only downside is that half of my will comes from my amulet right now, so I'm going to have to figure out what to do about it. Yeah. Some of that stuff and pick up this. What else you got? What else you got? You got nothing. Nothing I can use. To ignore. We can ignore those two. Okay. Well, Elf has been properly stormed now. There's just no way I don't make space for this. I'm giving up Will +1, Strength +2, and Reflect. I'm willing to give those up in a heartbeat for this. It's gone. This gives me Sustain, which is a hugely missing property, all for the cost of like 5 shield, give or take. The will problem is more relevant to me. I don't feel comfortable with the level of will I have right now at 2 pips. I want it at 3 if possible, which means I probably am just losing wizardry at this point in favor of a willpower ring. Is there any other will plus in the dungeon that I can make use of? Not really. Plenty on rings, but not really, just raw. Eventually, when I start using a form that's more will heavy, I'll have a new slot back. For now, this is a decent configuration. Polar Vortex is, of course, completely off limits. Air Magic is about to hit 20. We're in great shape. Now that I have this much regenerative ability, I do feel a bit emboldened to attempt to storm the bottom of vaults, actually. This E3, yeah, that's fine. And this will be where I'll end for the day after I pick up my death or my rune. There's no shaking it. Relative to the rest of the dungeon, this may be the most dangerous place you can go that isn't Zot 5. Depths 0 out of 4. I haven't even attempted the depths and I'm doing this, so that's kind of dodgy. Oh well. We're going to go with haste potentially, brilliance definitely. Save the haste. Just go in and kill everything. Should be fine. Yeah, first for pass, we're not going to need haste. We're just going to kill everything. 1. Miscast? 10%. Okay, that's much more significant than I realized without the wizardry. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 casts, 12 casts, 13 casts, 14 casts. I'm just skyrocketing up anything I have EXP turned on. 15 casts, 16 casts, 17 casts, 18 straight casts. And rather than drink my only reliable magic potion, I'm going to put in here for something that gives me magic back. Yeah, there you go. 1 cast. 2 shatters. 3 shatters. 4 shatters. And apparently now my brilliance ran out, so my mana ran out, so we're just going to get out of here. That was amazing. And I don't know that that's the optimal way to do it by any stretch, but it's effective. Clearly I was correct that in my supposition that I wouldn't need haste. And all of the killing, the burst killing, I should say, amplified the Gazog distraction gold effect heavily. This was less of a floor opener and more of a ziggurat smasher approach. And this is with a 9% fail odds, so let's go ahead and mitigate that by turning on spellcasting again. Or something. Spellcasting is never bad. Kind of bad, actually. I mean, I have 58 mana. How much more do I need? And I have MP++ amulet, so yeah, how do I really need? Don't carry a ring of protection of fire if you're carrying a ring of protection of fire with an upside. You have enough protection from fire. Okay. Let's hold on to you and get out of here. Oh man, what a brutal opener. You could argue that I should be exploring more liberally right now, but I actually feel differently. I feel like now that I have a beachhead, it's even more valuable to just stand my ground and clear everything that I can from here. Okay, good. All right. Now I guess that now that they're slowing down and coming at me, now I feel like it's more prudent to go after them, where they live. This is a wide open space. Those are generally more dangerous, but it's a wide open space, so everything here has already probably come out. What the haichihuahua caramba? Okay. Wizardry ring with an upside is good. Am I even wearing a wizardry ring though? I'm not, so it's not important. Int plus is nice. Let me just tag these for future reference in case I decide I want them. I have like 9,000 gold, right? Yeah, I can just buy them. I don't have to be a penny pincher. Let's take the whiz with dex side effects. and then drop the whiz with no side effects, just so that I'm carrying with me the options for when I want a wizardry. I can become a better melee and evader and wizard. You're a wizard, Octopus Harry. All right, and that should be just about everything. Again, there may be a stray enemy here or there, but the racket that I just put on, most of them came to see what was going on and died, for sure. Vamp draining and slow, Alistair's intoxication, light, good stuff. Pearl Dragon that alas is useless on this character, and Rune! Yeah, so that's a 3-rune run, right? 3-rune run, and off we go. We haven't started Depths, which is a huge concentration of experience points. And as for level 9 spells, we got 1, and we have completely unrelated level 7 conjurations also, and we're working on Polar Vortex, because I guess that's just what we're doing. We have 66 intelligence without wearing another +6, and we have full poly resist even when we switch to storm form. This is a badass octopode. All right, that's all for now, guys. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time.